A new Gamescom trailer for Farming Simulator 19. Let's review it in depth. Hello friends of the Northern Entertainment, and welcome to my in-depth analysis of the latest trailer. And of course you guys know how that works. I am going to stop the trailer, and you've seen the trailer probably by now. If not, at the end of the video it is linked in its entirety, so you can watch it completely. But I figured, since this is a long trailer and we have a lot to talk about, we will go ahead here and jump right into it. So let's get going. So what I wanted to say here quickly, and we're going to continue here right away, is the variety in landscapes that really struck me. Is quite significant here. Nice to see that we have South America, North America, and also Europe. And I am gonna point a couple of things out that I noticed there. Also, for the friends of the horses in the beginning, you can see already that the animations of the horses are up to giant standard. So here we have, of course, a shot of the, what I think, or what I suppose to be west coast of the United States. Well, kind of signified by the flag there too. But leave me down in the comments below if you disagree, or if you see something that I missed, by all means. This, I think, is going to be a map where we have sugarcane as well, because if I'm not completely mistaken, back there, that is a sugar factory in the distance. And here is something that I noticed with this train. Well, for one thing, the wrong pantograph is up for the direction that the train is traveling. But besides that, I kind of said it just now, and that is a pantograph is up. Meaning, on the European map, you have electrified rail. You don't have a American diesel engine. And of course here we have the Case 620 quad-rack, and there we see a John Deere T560i, and he hauls an Elmer's Haulmaster 2000. And what now, unfortunately, we have to go back one, because I went actually over this footage frame by frame within Adobe. I used my jog shuttle wheel, or my shuttle wheel, to go really frame by frame by frame, just to look at this particular animation here and how it's, if it's any better or not. And I think we're gonna see improvements on how the grain planes work within FS19. Now, keep in mind, this is not confirmed. This is my personal opinion. And I do think we're going to see improvements in the way how the grain planes work, just because if you look at the picture above, how the grain plane here is inside the trailer, which I do believe, and this is really more a guess than anything, but just the way the outside of the trailer looks like, I do think indeed that this is a Wilson grain trailer. Or at least supposed to be a Wilson grain trailer. I, of course, don't know if they actually have the license for it, or if this is just a lizard with a Wilson skin. But this is definitely the skin of a Wilson trailer. Also, I would like to point out, and we see that in the next shot too, that the trucks look a lot more detailed and a lot more realistic than they did in the last go around. And of course, I say that in every video where we take these clips apart, but interestingly enough, when Mrs. NorthernAlex just walked by and looked at it, she mentioned that the graphics look rather realistic with the sheen of the different materials and whatnot. And if somebody who has really no interest in gaming, usually whatsoever, or in computers in general, walks by and says something like that, then we should maybe as a community pause a moment and think about that might be the truth, and not take giants apart every step of the way. I know there's a lot of negativity about the game at the moment, but we try to stay positive. And again, I encourage you guys to leave me a comment down below if you see something that I missed, or if you disagree with something. And here again, I know, terrible with that whole stopping thing, but here again you can see that the truck looks a lot more detailed than the last version, which I'm pretty sure it is a Lizard again, but that is perfectly fine because that truck looks actually pretty sweet from what we see here. And again, it looks to me like he's going down there, what I believe to be a sugar factory, but I might be completely wrong. So this Badner 30box FB3000 that we see here, that is mounted to a 1149 MT from Fendt, is actually part of a whole set. And as we continue to look at this here, you can see what I believe to be, and that is a guess on my part. I'm not sure if I'm 100% right on this one. I know that the back end is a Badner press pack, but I do believe what we see here in the front, in front of the press pack, between the 30box and the press pack, is a Badner TO6000 HM Terraland, which is a cultivator that also allows you to bring in fertilizer. And I do believe this is a one, well, quote unquote, one size fits all package. It's a chisel plow combined with a cultivator behind it, so this really allows you to plow and cultivate in one move and fertilize at the same time. So and interestingly enough, the you cannot find, on, at least I wasn't able to find, if you have different information please let me know, but I was not able to find the 30box FB3000, the biggest that they have at the moment. Between the 5000 and the is the 5000 obviously, which is a trailer, but this one clearly mounts to your 3-point hitch, and the 1500, which is a small one, which is a saddle tank. So I believe from what I was able to find out that the FB3000 is coming out sometime later in 2019 or even in 2020. So I do think that it is a case of where we see future machinery already implemented into FS19. So again, this is, and I will make that very, very clear, this is a guess on my part. And so let's continue to look. And here again, like I pointed out, we have engines for Europe, we have engines for North America that fit in there. Obviously they are generic engines, they are not any brand names. And again, very nice. If you look at this, animation of the horse, it has the ears laid back, and overall the animations are on point. Here we have, well, we had a very quick shot of 635 Module Express cotton harvesters. Unfortunately, that was way too quick. I actually surprised on that one, to be honest with you, because I fully expected that we're gonna see John Deere cotton harvesters, but I guess I'm wrong on that one. And here in this shot we see the Wetterstedt 16-row planter Tempo L towed by a John Deere 8400R. And then, of course, here is a Rubicon 9000. Rubicon, we know that company ever since the deluxe update of FS17 that brought us sugarcane and South America. What I want to point out on this machine here in particular though is, and here's also where we're gonna see the first time how you get rid of weeds, because you can see that the field is full of weeds in the front of it, and as we continue here you will see how the now the weed killer will hit the weeds and will turn them brown instantly. What I want to point out is that the modeling again is really on point and very detailed. I want to point your attention to the back of the fenders where you have applicators that will put out your weed killer even where the tires were before. So you will see that here in the next shot. Right there you can, or you were able to see it. And here, once I unpause this, you can see how the weeds turn gray or brown. afterwards, and I can just assume that they will disappear. One thing I want to point out, or let me finish that sentence, while the front might not look very angry, the back sure does. But let me point one thing out, and let's go back here just a second, a couple of frames, and watch this cloud. We never seen this in FS17 happen. This is the first time where I can truly say, yes, there are actually clouds moving across the sky. So this is, even though it was of course confirmed, a nice thing to see in the trailers. It kinda just gives you that little bit of reaffirmation that actually things will change or were changing. And this is why I call it the world's angriest harvester. Look at this thing. Here of course we have Big M 450 and the Komatsu 931C wheeled harvester, which of course was announced yesterday. Komatsu is one of the new brands in there. Of course Badner and yeah, I think that's it that I've seen. Well, Elmer's, I guess the Hallmaster is new as well. Here we have the Manitou wheel loader and a brand new Fliegel DPW210BL as a bale trailer, which I personally, I like the way this bale trailer secures its bales, and I again went over this video probably 16-17 times and looked at it frame by frame, looked at telltale signs of like tried to make out if I can see already problems with the bale physics. Now unfortunately I can't say if there will be or not, but it looks promising anyway, because if we see in the next one, and if you would watch this frame by frame, you can actually see that the bales will move while they get transported, but it seems like they are a little bit more stable anyways than what we were used to in previous. Yeah, see, the way this trailer works really makes me happy to see. And last but not least, this is the last time that I stop, promise, because, well, the video is at an end, but if you look very closely on this frame before I started again, you will see that the grass is moving out of the way of the horse, and that again was something that was promised us by Giants and also confirmed as one of the features, and that is that the crops actually will, to a degree, move out of the way before they get destroyed. Now I did notice that in the video apparently crop destruction was not turned on because, well, it didn't get destroyed for some of the shots, but I really had to watch this particular scene a few times. In the end was sitting here with a ruler and was going frame by frame looking at the single grass humps, and yeah, they do indeed bend out of the way and move back. So that's the only frame or the only shot where I could actually watch it and verify it, that it is a thing. So yeah, that's it guys, that's my in-depth analysis of this. Agree with me, disagree with me, that's all perfectly fine. Leave me a comment either way down below, and if you've seen something that I completely missed, then yeah, let me know. Until next time, this is the Northern Alex signing off. Thank you so much for watching, and God bless.